this tutorial, I will show you how to create a professional e-commerce website using Shopify. I will show you every single step you have to take, like choosing the right theme for your site. I will show you how to customize the design. You will learn how to add products, set up automated shipping and taxes, and how to get your own domain. And of course, I will show you how to set up payment methods so people can start buying things on your e-commerce website. I will also show you how to handle incoming orders and how to increase the sales on your website. And the great thing is you can get started with a free trial, and after that you only pay $1 per month for the next 3 months. So this is one of the easiest ways to set up your own e-commerce business. So whether you want to sell physical products or digital products or fashion, or you want to create your own brand, this tutorial will help you to get your e-commerce website up and running. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. So in order to get started, let's go to ferdy.com/Shopify. I hit enter. You can also click on the link in the description or in the first comment, and then you go to this page. Your business starts with Shopify, and there's a special deal. You can get started for $1 per month and get 3 days for free. So the first thing you need to do is enter our email address. So I will fill it in, and then I hit enter, or I click over here. Then I need to create a password, and then I click on create account. So what do we get? We get 3 days for free. Then we get 3 months for $1 per month. So we get 90 days to get our shop up and running for just $3. And if it's not working out somehow, you can always cancel. So if you don't cancel, you'll be charged with $1 in 3 days. And for that, you need to fill in your credit card details, pay with PayPal or Google Pay. I will go for credit card. So I click on subscribe for $1. And now I can choose my plan. It can be that it looks a little bit different on your screen. They change it now and then. It's really simple. You can always upgrade later if you're getting started. This basic plan is more than enough. $1 per month for the first 3 months. So $3 for the first 90 days. I click on select basic. So what are we going to sell? I'm going to sell online. If you're going to sell something in a physical store, you can select that. If you're going to do drop shipping, if you're selling digital products, or you're going to move your existing store from Ecommerce or another e-commerce platform, then you can select it. So I will go for selling online. And then there's the question, what should we call your store? Well, I found a name through ChatGPT, and it's Novaro. I'm going to sell fashion clothes for men and women. I click on continue. And this is the dashboard of Shopify. Shopify works with themes, and out of the box there's an amazing theme, but I want to show you how you can make use of other themes, and later on I'm going to show you how to configure them. But first let me show you how to choose the right theme for your e-commerce website. So what we can do now, we can add our first product, or we can customize our online store, and every store has a theme. So let's take a look at themes. I click on online store, then I see themes. And by default, we make use of the Horizon theme. And contrary to WordPress, here with Shopify, the theme is really good, the theme that comes out of the box. If you want to take a look at other themes, we can scroll down. We see a few popular themes. And if you want to scroll more themes, click over here, visit the theme store. Here we can see a lot of different themes. We can sort them over here. We can filter them. We go for only paid. And it looks like this, or only free themes. One of my favorite themes is this one, Dawn. You can click on it, see how it looks. See how it looks on a different device. I can view a demo of the theme, like this. I can try the theme by clicking here. I try the theme. Adding Dawn to your online store themes. That's how easy it is, but we're not there yet. The Horizon theme is still a current theme. So if I want to make Dawn the current theme, let's wait a second. It's being loaded. I can click over here on publish. Then I publish it by clicking here. And now you see over here that Dawn is our current theme. Well, you see it looks very similar to the Horizon one. I want to stick with the Horizon one. In order to do that, really simple, click on publish and publish. But now you know how to get another theme if that's something that you prefer. So here at the draft themes, I can click over here and I can click on delete. Yes. So since we go with the regular theme, the theme that comes out of the box with Shopify, let me show you how you can configure it. So in order to adjust the theme, I click over here on edit theme, or I go to the homepage and here customize the theme. We get some help from AI. So if you have any question, you can ask it over here. I'll close it for now. If I want to edit this theme, I can click over here, edit theme. And there you go. You get a new layout. This is where we can adjust the look and feel of our website. What you see over here are some fallback images. We see the name of our website, some pages. Welcome to our store. We can change all this. A background that can be replaced. Some dummy information about products, and here below, join our email list. We're definitely going to take a look at that. A great way to increase the sales on your website. And over here at the left, we can adjust a lot of things. So the first thing I want to adjust is the logo and the favicon. Right now we see the Shopify favicon. I want to add my own. So I click over here, theme settings, and then I can go to logo and favicon. And in order to follow along with the same images I use, you can go to Ferdy, corp.com/images, hit enter, and then you download those images. You can unzip this, drag it to the desktop. I close this, and now I go to my Finder, to the desktop, Ferdy.com resources. I go to folder 6, and I want to drag my black Novero logo over here. If there's an inverse logo, a negative version like white, then I drag that over here. And a favicon, which we'll see over here, I have one. It's called the Novero favicon. I drag it over here. And I think when I take a look at the logo, this is really big. So if I want to make it smaller, I go to the desktop height and I change it to 24. Then it looks like that. Also on the phone, how does it look? It's really big. So I say 18. And that's better. That's what I prefer. I click on save. I can go back over here. And if I want to view the store, I click over here on view store and it opens in a new tab. And now I see my favicon over here and my logo over here. So far, so good. If I want to add a theme, of course, I can do that over here, edit theme. Or when I look at the website while being logged in, I can click over here, edit theme. Let me close this and close this. Then I want to take a look at the placement of the logo. So again, I click over here on the logo. I can hide it, or I can go to the header over here. And then I see logo position. Right now it's at the left. I can bring it to the center. I can also do the same with the menu. I can bring the logo to the left, the menu to the center. Then there's the search icon. I can get rid of it by clicking over here. Now it's gone. And if your website becomes multilingual, you can have your country over here so people can choose their favorite country, have a language selector. Right now, that's not the case. The width now is linked to the width of the page. So if I make the website smaller, it's still here at the left and still at the right. If I would say right now, all the settings are over here at the right, but if I would say that it should be full width, look at this. Then the header is over the whole width. I prefer not to do that. So let me bring it back to page. And in the beginning, this can look overwhelming, like, whoa, all those settings. The more you work in this area, the more straightforward and more easy to use it becomes. I really like it. It's really intuitive, but it can be that you need to get used to it. So what else over here? It says, welcome to our store. Right now, I don't need this. So I can click over here. And then here I can, or make sure it's not seen like that, or I can get rid of it. If I want this whole place to be gone, then I can do that over here, or I click on the eye and then I can bring it back later, or I remove it completely. And if I remove it completely, I can get it back later on. But right now I want to hide it because there's nothing I want to show over here. Later in the tutorial, we can add things over here if we want to. Right now, I click over here. Then I save it. Let me go back and view the store. This is how it looks. I still see this area over here. So what I will do, edit the theme. Over here, get rid of it. There you go. What I also want to show you right now, this is the height of the header. If you want to change that, click over here on the header. Then we scroll down over here and we search for height. So right now, there's some space over here. You can also make it compact by clicking here. If I save it and I refresh this, you see the top bar is gone and it's really narrow. It sticks with us. If you want that to look different over here, sticky header, it says always, you can change it to scroll up. So what happens when you scroll down? It doesn't stick. But as soon as you scroll up, it appears. I really like it, but I keep it with always. You can also say never. So now it's always there with you. So what I see over here is a hero area. That's the first thing people will see when they enter your website. Let's see how we can configure that. The most important page of your website is the homepage, and the most important part of your homepage is the hero. That's the first thing people will see when they enter your website. So let me show you how we can make it look really professional, so we leave a really great first impression to your visitors. In order to do that, I go back, I click on the hero, there you are, and then you can scroll up over here. What we can do, we can have an image over here. Right now we have a fallback image. We also can have a video. So we can select the video, upload it, and then play it in the background. I go for an image, and it's really easy. I go to my Finder. I have some photos from iStock. If you want to get those, you can go to ferdy.com/iStock. This is an affiliate link. If you would get those images through this link, I make money with that. So thank you. That helps me to create all those tutorials. And what I search for is fashion man. And then I found some cool images. And as soon as I see an image I like, this one for instance, I go to similar, photos of the same series or similar images as you see, and then I grab one of those. So the style maintains the same. So I can choose between 60 to 1,000 similar images. So I downloaded those, renamed them. So over here at my Finder, I renamed it to Men Fashion because that's what I want to be found on. If people search on the internet for web design Amsterdam and they go to images, this one over here is mine because I called it web design Amsterdam. So it's really important to rename your images because sometimes Google shows images in the first search results. So in order to change this, let's go over here to image, select. I can grab this one for instance. So let me drag it over here. And automatically it appears over here. What you also can do, that's something that's quite cool lately. A lot of webshops use it. I have two images next to each other. So let's say this one. I drag it over here. Now they are next to each other. There's an overlay over it. So if I scroll down, there's media overlay with the overlay color. I can change it, make it darker, make it lighter, make it a certain color, whatever I want to do. I can create a blurry reflection below that area. No, thank you. I can make it place a gradient over it, point it up or down. I prefer to go with solid. So let me scroll up again. The direction of the layout, vertical. If I say horizontal, this is left and this is right. I prefer it to be vertical in the center. The only thing is the position. It's at the bottom. I want it to be at the center. Like that. And then the height of this area, right now it's medium. I can say large. I can say small. I prefer medium. And when it comes to meat, I like medium rare. So that looks great. Let's take a look at how it looks on the mobile. browse our products, shop all. If I click over here, I can just say shop or shop now. It links to all products. I can also link to a certain collection, a newest collection. So if I would have a new collection, I can select it over here. So right now I say products. The style of the button is secondary. I can also say primary. That looks like that. I prefer secondary. And then I click on save. And if I refresh it, look at how different this looks. Voila. I scroll down and then I see products. Those are dummy products. They are not real. They're like fallback products. If you don't have any products, this is how it would look. Really simple, really clean, an image, a title and a price. And then you can click on it and see more information about that product. And you can add it to your cart, which you see over here. By the way, I got rid of the search icon. If I want to get that back, I go to the header. I scroll down and the search icon, I bring it back. Bring it all back to you. Oh, don't stop, never give up. Sorry. Save it. And now our search icon is back. If you search for something, you see the results at once. How cool is that? I think that's really cool. So what I like about Shopify is that everything looks so amazing out of the box. The only thing we have to do is fill it with content like images and products. So let's talk about products. What is a web shop without products? It's like a person without arms and legs. That's a really weird comparison. Sorry. Let's do a different approach. A website needs product, otherwise you cannot sell anything. So let me show you how to add products to your website. In order to change the currency over here at Shopify, the backend, we go to settings, to general. I scroll down a bit and then I see the currency display. It's US dollar. I can change it to something else. I should do that before you're gonna create products. Otherwise, if you do something in euros, you want to change it back to dollars, it can be a bit more complicated. So that's what I prefer. Make sure that you use the right currency. And then I close this. I go to products. I'm going to click on add product. First, we have the title. So I want to start with a simple product with one size and one color. So I say Nike cap. Really simple. Then I can write a description over here. I can also ask Shopify to do that. Generate text. Create a description for a black Nike cap. And there you go. We can add media, upload new. And if you follow along with the same images I use, you can go to Ferdy.com resources. It's called Ecommerce, but it's also now for Shopify. And then I can go for the Nike black cap. I select them all holding shift, open them. There you go. I can change the order. So the first image you'll see is this one. I drag this one over here because I want this to be the first one you see because it's from the front. Everything that's purple is adjusted with AI. So we have a few categories over here. And then the price in dollars, it's $90. What I can say, I can have a compare at price. So before it was $24, but now it's $19. And you'll see in a minute how that will look. Then there's inventory and it says shop location. This is the online shop. So I say I have 20 in stock. Then I can have an SKU. What does it mean? It's a stock keeping unit. Every product has it. And if you have your own products, you can create one. But let's say I search for a Nike cap, black. This one. If I click over here, it's a Dutch website. It should have an SKU somewhere. So the great thing is, let's say people want to buy something over here, but it's out of stock. Then they can search for the SKU over here. Stock keeping unit. And if I use the same, when people search for this, it can be that my shop will appear over here. So I always use a stock keeping unit for a product if it's not my own product. I can continue to sell when it's out of stock, but then I cannot deliver it as fast as possible, so I should not do that. We're going to talk about shipping later. We're going to talk about the variants later. And right now the color is black. It's one side is for adults. It's adjustable fit and it's make sure that you get UV protection, and it's for both for men and women. There's already a nice search engine listing. Let me save it for now. Awesome. Now it's added to the store. A few things over here. It's active. I can make it a draft, so it's not active yet, and I can make it unlisted. So only people with a direct link can see this product, but it's not in the overview of the store. If I would refresh this, look at this. We have this product over here. It's for sale. If I hover over it, I see another image. If I click on it, this is how it looks. I see two images. I can see a third one. If I scroll, this sticks in place. I really like it. Here people can join the email list. And here's the description. I can add it to the cart or click on buy it now. I like it. We can change the look and feel of this later. So where should it be published? Well, I don't have a shop. I only have an online store. So I uncheck this one and I uncheck this one. Done. Over here at product organization, I want to take a look at collections. Right now we only have one homepage. I can say summer collection 2026 or just summer collection. I can make it smart, so products automatically will appear over here based on certain conditions. Right now, I will keep it with manual and I can search for product cap. There you go. And I can add that one to this. I click on save. This is also really good for the search results. So always use collections. And we can use tags. So I can say black. I want to add that. Cap. Nike. So when I save it, now people can search for the tag Nike, and then every product with Nike will appear. They can click on cap and then they see all the caps in the store. They can click on black and then they see all the black clothes or all the black products I have. So really nice. Throughout the whole process of creating the e-commerce website using Shopify, you can make use of AI. AI can help you, it can answer questions, and it can help you to add content to your website in order to be found better. So let me show you how you can make use of AI. Now I can click over here. How can I help? So I'm going to make use of AI and I can say, what should I do to improve this product for SEO visibility? Let's see what it comes up with. I get a few tips. I will say, can you do that for me? Okay, so now it's changing a few things. It's changing the title. It's changing the page title, made a description. Awesome. Save it. I can make this bigger. I can close it. I can start a new conversation. So now it's called Nike Classic Black Swoosh Cap. So I make use of that feature. So that's our first product. If I go back to the homepage, we have our first product over here. Everything looks really clean. Here you see it's from $24 for $19. You also see that over here. Now I'll show you how to create a variable product. We have created a simple product with only one option, one color, one size. Now let me show you how to create a variable product with multiple colors, multiple sizes. And it's really easy to configure this with Shopify. And I'm also going to show you how. So let me show you how that works. I go to the back end to products. And I want to add a new product. So I click over here, add product. This time I want it to be a variable product. So I say it's a Ferdy.com sweater. This time I go to upload new. In the same folder, I go for 3 images. So I go for long sleeve, black. Let me see. This one, and this one. And then I uncheck the black front and the white front. Done. So now you see a blue front, a black side, and a white back. The price is $49, no discount. And now I want to go to variants because I want to add some variant sizes and colors. So I click on this option over here and I go for a color. There are 3 colors. I click over here and this is so intuitive. I really like this. With WordPress, this is so much more complicated, but I have the color blue, I have the color white, and I have the color black. Done. Then I go to the other one, that is size. Now I'm going to make use of small, large, medium, large, and extra large. And let's say 2XL. Done. Now I scroll down and I want people, let me save this. And now I go to the homepage, scroll down. It's sold out, there's no stock yet. So you see the variants over here. There's nothing because we have not talked about stock yet. But what I really like, when people select white, they will see a white example. When they click on black, they will see a black example. And when they click on blue, they see a blue example. How? By clicking here. This is blue, so I go for the blue front. Done. This is white, so I go for the white front. I add a file. Let me see, white front. Done. And for the black one, I go for the black front, add files. This one, open. Done. Cool. Now I need to open this all and talk about the stock. So let's say I have 5 of every size and every color. Then I can say 5, 5, 5, 5. But if I know that I sell so much more products from L and XL, I can increase the stock. Make sure I get more stock of those products. So I can have a stock per product, per size, and per color. So from the white S, I can have only 3 in stock because it's not sold a lot. M, 5, L, 10, XL, 10, and 2XL, 5 again. So I can have stock per size and per color. Over here I can see 5. And then automatically it will decrease when a certain product with a certain size and color is bought. I click on save. So now this should not be grayed out anymore. If I refresh this, look at this, blue. So over here I see blue. If I click on white, I see white over here. If I click on black, I see black over here. I want to get rid of the second image over here. We're going to talk about the look and feel later. So what I can say, I want to have a white sweater in the size XL, and then I can add it to the cart. There it goes. I can take a look at the cart, go to the checkout. Look how beautiful this looks. Oh, I love it. So easy. And we're still making use of the free version. We haven't spent any dollar yet. So that's how you create a variable product. So let's go to the homepage over here. Let's close this for now. Let's talk about the styling of the product page. At this moment, I don't like how the product page is displayed. So let me show you how to adjust it to our wishes. In order to do that, I go to the online store, to themes, and then I click on edit theme. And actually I hold Command, click over here, and I want to take a look at the store. So here I see the store. I want to go to the cap. What I see is over the whole width, this area. I want to change that, change the look and feel a bit. And I want to go over here. Right now we can adjust the home page. I want to adjust the product page. In order to do that, I click over here. I click on products, default product. So here I can change the product page. Right now I see the sweater. If I want to change that, I can click over here and change it to the Nike Classic Black Whoosh Cap, swoosh cap. So how can I adjust this? Well, I can click over here and I go directly to the product media. Right now it's a grid. I can change it to one column, and what happens then, all images will be below each other. That's a really nice way of displaying everything because this stays over here even though we scroll. If you want to scroll, you can do it like that. Or you can go for a carousel. So you can go to the other images which are the arrows on your keyboards. I prefer the grid right now with one column. And if I save it and I take a look at the result, I refresh it, There's only one image left, but I think it's still taking a lot of space over here. So in order to adjust that, I go over here to product information. That's the whole wide area. And it already says it's on page, it's not even full. And if I scroll down, theme settings, it's narrow. Well, for me, it's not narrow. So if I want to narrow it down, I have a code for that we can paste over here at the custom CSS. So I go to ferdy.com. Then I search for Shopify, hit enter. I go to this tutorial, which will probably have, by the time you watch this, a new, better, yes, less yellowish teeth kind of thumbnail. And there's a product page with CSS code. I copy it, I paste it. And now if I save it and I refresh the page, everything is a bit smaller. That's what I prefer. So this is how it looks, all those images below each other. And then this is full width again, which is totally fine with me. I can also take a look over here. Or let's see. I changed it to Ferdy.com sweater. So I can also see how other pages look. Okay, 3 images. If they click on white, they will see the white version. If I click on black, they will see the black version. Really nice. So also over here, if I go back to the homepage and scroll down to the sweater, I think this looks so much better than the whole width thing with 2 images. So that's how you can adjust the page, but you can do so much more. Right now, if I go over here, you see a whole list of things. So we have a divider. If I don't want that, get rid of it by clicking here. I have the title. And if I click on it, I can change the order. I can click on the price and I can make adjustments over here. So for every single thing I select over here, I can adjust it. So the buy buttons, the product description, recommended products below that. And over here, I see this text and it's over here. If I click over here, it will be gone. I can change it. Triple click, related products. If I don't like it, related products, I can bring it back by clicking here or saying Command or Control Z. Let's do it again. Okay, there you go. So you can adjust this to your wishes. If I want this to be bigger, I click over here on the price and I go scroll down over here, show the sale price first, text information, no thank you. Preset, it's a paragraph. I can also make it a heading 2. Let's say heading 4. I can say it should be aligned somewhere else. Save it, refresh. So now this area is gone. The price is bigger. And still says people might also like this one. And that's the only product you see over here because we only have 2 products. So talking about products, if I go back to all products, let me add a few products and then I will be back with you. Within Shopify, we work with collections, also known as categories within WordPress and other web design tools or e-commerce tools. So let me show you how to create collections. And after that, I will show you what you can do with collections. So I refresh the page. Now you see all those products that I've added with inventory, and automatically a category will be created. And you see when they're not that much in stock anymore, they become red. So I know, hey, I should order some more. So in order to create a better overview in your website, we're going to work with collections. So over here I have collections. I have already created one, the summer collection. And by default, there is the homepage collection. I don't need this. I click on the 3 dots, delete collection. Then there's the summer collection. And I can add an image over here if I want to. So I can search for summer. Let's see if there's something over here. It should look like it's summer. So this one. Okay. But let's create a new one. Let's click on save. I go back to collections. I click on add collection. I call this one jackets. I can give a description. I can manually add products to this collection, or I can do it the smart way. And then it should match some things. So let's go to the title of the product contains jack. When it contains that, look at this. This should all be added. So I click on save. There you go. So automatically when a new jacket or jack is added, it will be placed in this collection. I click on add an image. And also here I search for jacket. What's a cool one? I think this is a cool one. There you go. Save it. I can also do it manually. So I can go to collections, create a new one, and call this one jeans. Manual. I can search or browse products. There's the jeans. Also here I can search for jeans. And it will be easier to select everything. So that's how you can do it manually. Let's add an image. Again, jeans. I go for this one. Even though I prefer to see people. So how about this one? Like that. I save it. So let me add a few more collections and then I will be back with you. Right now, I want to show you how you can use collections to make your homepage look better. So here we have a few different collections. What can we do with those? I go to the homepage or to the backend homepage. Then I go to manage themes. Close this and then I want to edit the theme. I scroll down, I see random products over here. And I also can show collections. So here below, I can click on the plus, add a section to the footer. I want to add it to the template. Look at this. I can see how it looks. So I can scroll down a bit. I go for collections, show something like this, but I want to show a few collections next to each other. I can do it like that. 4 collections, playfully displayed. I want to have a grid. So there you go, shop by collection. I want to go to the collection list grid. And when I do that, I can select the collections over here. So make sure to find this area. If you don't find it, you can find it over here at the left. So before the featured collection, there is the collection list grid. Click on it again, and then you see this. Select the collections. And I want to go for jackets, shirts, and the summer collection. There you go. So you see those featured images. And if you click on this, you see all the shirts. If you click on this, you see all the jackets. If you want to get rid of something, voila. So here we see all products. Here we see featured. What I can also do, I can change the order. So if I collapse everything, I can bring this over here on top. And the funny thing is that you zoom out when you do that. So you'll see how that works. They really thought about that. So I have my hero. Below I see jackets, shirts, and summer collection. And below that I see some products. I can also change the text over here to featured products. And if I click over here, I can replace those with any product I want. Save it. If I go back and I view the store, this is how it looks. So if I want to add something else, edit the theme, make sure you're on the home page. And then over here on top, I can click on the plus, I can add a section, full frame. And you see immediately how it looks. So let's add this one, for instance. Okay, here at the carousel, I select again a few collections. Now I can display them like this. Over here, this image is too short. So what I should do in this case, go back to products, to the collections, shoes, change the image by clicking here, edit, change the image. I should go for another image that is more fitting. Let's see if this one is. I think it's not. Let's see, refresh. No, it's not. And that's why right now this looks different than everything else. So always maintain the same aspect ratio. In this case, I would like to say homepage or online store. Then I go to themes. Then I go to edit theme. Then I go to collection. Make sure I am here at the list carousel. Change this, change collections and get rid of shoes. Save it, refresh it. So now everything is the same. And if I click on something, I see all the products of that collection. When you click on that, then we go to our product page again, which we also have styled. So it's getting better and better. What is next? By default, Shopify comes with some nice colors and you can adjust those colors. Let me show you how to choose different color palettes and how to adjust the colors to your wishes, to your branding, so it matches the branding of your company. So in order to adjust the style, the colors and the fonts of our website, we go to the backend. And if I go to this section, for instance, what I can do over here, if I scroll down, I see color scheme. If I click on it, I see different color schemes. So I can say I want to have a dark one over here. The only thing is that now the text is not visible anymore. So let's go scheme 4. So now you see a distinction between this section and this section. And if you want to adjust this, the colors, the settings, you can go over here to the settings, colors, and then you see all the schemes. So you can click on the scheme and change the colors. Or you can add a new scheme. Here you can place the branding colors of your website or of your business, if you have those. And if you change something over here, so let's make this lighter. And I save it. And I go back to this section and I decide, let's see. Wait a minute. There you go. And I go for scheme 5. You see, the background is a lot lighter. You can also click over here and go to the theme settings, change them over here. So I think it was 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Let me bring it back to, wait a minute, over here. To color scheme 2. So a small distinction. I love it. We can also adjust the fonts of our website. Let me show you how we can do that. If you want to change the fonts, go to the settings, go back, close colors and go to typography. The body font, so when there's a text, how should it look? Subheading, heading, and accent. Well, everything is Inter right now. I have to say I really like this font. If you want to change it, click over here and search for other fonts and it will change at once on your website. So let's go for headings. If I change it to something that's totally different, you'll see it changes over here, it changes over here, and on other places in the website. So I bring this back to Inter. You can also search Inter. What I really like about Shopify is that out of the box, they have a website for you that's optimized for conversion, for sales. So if we don't change a lot of things, it's still an amazing website. But if there are things you want to change, like colors and fonts, feel free to do that. I refresh the page. So now we see this over here. And then there's a darker area over here. And then a lighter area over here again. By default, Shopify came with a menu, with a homepage, a contact page, and a shop page. Let me show you how we can adjust the menu to our wishes. In order to adjust the menu, I go over here to the backend, to content, to menus. Well, by default, I want to get rid of the homepage actually. So over here at the main menu, I get rid of the homepage, also the catalog. I can leave contact. I can add menu items. So I click over here and then I want to go for shirts, collections, shirts. Then I go for jeans. I can also search over here. Jackets, jackets. You can also do it like this. First search for the link, summer collection. And now you see that the label will automatically be added. And what I'm actually missing, if I go to waycamp.nl, a Dutch website, you see ladies and gentlemen, women, men, children, garden, living, beauty. So, and if you click on it, you see a submenu. So what we also can do, we can go to products, collections, create a new one, man, and then smart. If the tag equals man, it should be added. I should have an image of a man. Save it. Then I want to have a new collection. So I go to collections again, or I click over here. Add collection, women. And also here, a smart way, any tag that's equal to women. Add an image of a woman. Save. So this is after making websites since 1999. This is sometimes how I work. I go to products, I hold command, click on every single product I have. Control tab. And here at tags, women, I copy it, I add it over here, women. This is men, so I skipped it for now. Paste the tag. Then I do the same with men. Copy it. And then I save it everywhere. Now I refresh everything. Everything stays the same because you don't see the text over here. But now, if I go to the backend or to content, to menus, main menu, I can add a menu item and I can search for women, collections, this one, and then another one men, collections over here. And I can drag them over here. So first there is men, women, contact text should be over here. So after that I want to have summer collection, shirts, jeans. But what I also can do, I can say that the jeans should be under women. So if I would save it, and I take a look over here. Now it looks like this. If I hover over women, I see jeans. So if I also add drag shirts over here, look how beautifully it is displayed. Shirts, jeans, really nice. By the way, when I hover over anything or nothing happens, or I see something like this, if I want to change that, let me go to online store, to the theme, then I go to settings, then I go to animations, and over here, card hover effect, zoom in a bit. I think that looks so much better. So if I save it and I refresh the page, Now I scroll down. When I zoom, you see small animation. And here a big one. So the second image, and it zooms in. So now we've created a menu and a submenu, and we added a zoom over here. I want to get rid of this. Really simple. Over here. Click on the bin. There you go. I save it. Refresh. We already talked about the homepage. We already talked about the header. Let's take a look at the footer, what you can do with that. So I've taken a look at the header, the content over here. Now let's take a look at the footer. First, we have join our email list. We're definitely going to use that. Email marketing is super powerful. So in order to do that over here, editing the theme, I scroll down. I can just click here, join our email list, and I can add this and get 10% off. If I want to add something over here, well, we'll talk about it later, because then I'm going to show you how to add a name and stuff and link this with Omnisend. So you can start building your email list, give discount and increase your sales. And you see exactly how much of the sales come from your email marketing tool. Over here, I can click and I can uncheck this so I don't get the Power by Shopify area like that. If you want to change this, let's first save it. I can also say Command or Control S. And then I click over here, manage store name. So you can change your store name over here. So I can call this one Navarro Fashion. I can have a phone. There you go. Save. Close it. I refresh this page. And now it says 2026 Navarro Fashion. Then we're going to talk about the terms and policies. I want to click over here. If you have social media, just say it over here, Navarro Fashion. And if you have the same name everywhere, just copy it, paste it. And if you don't have TikTok, for instance, close it. And then it's gone over here. So there you go. You can add your LinkedIn, Snapchat, Pinterest, more things over here. Command S. When you're going to sell things on the internet through your web shop, you need to have legal pages. So let me show you how you can set them up. And the great thing is with Shopify, out of the box, you get some tools, some templates that can help you. And the only thing you have to do is adjust a few things. So let me show you how to create all the legal pages you need so you can sell products on the internet through Shopify. Over here, we see terms and policies. If you click on it, there pops up a menu. You don't see it right now. If I want to add those, let me go back over here. Then I go to settings. I scroll down. And I go to policies. So the great thing is that Shopify gives us some templates that we can import. And then of course we need to adjust some information. So over here at the return and refund policy, I click on it and I can insert this template. Make sure you place your address over here. I personally like to have less space everywhere in between. So I'll do something like this and then publish. Okay. Then I go to privacy policy. It's automated. Last updated. So it's the 20th of April. So that's right. Make sure you read it. See if there's anything that's not working or that you would like to adjust. I like it. So terms of service, I click on it. I can insert the template. And then of course I need to add my trading name, my business address, phone number, registration number, and VAT number. Publish. Then the shipping policy. So what you can do, you can go to ChatGPT. I sell clothing from the United States to the USA and Canada, for instance. Can you create a shopping policy for me? Do you need more information from me? So answer these questions. So I can grab this. Copy it and I paste it over here. If I want to get rid of those bars, I can select them, get rid of it. And publish it. So that's what I do with all the pages. Contact information is required. There you go. I should add my VAT number and my trade number. A legal notice. Also create content for a legal notice. Copy, paste it. There you go. So now, if I go back or I refresh this page, I scroll down, I make sure to get rid of this area. And now if I hover over it, it looks like this. So people can be added to the email list. We're going to talk about this later. People can go to our social media, see the legal pages, and see some information about our website in the footer. So we talked about the header, we talked about the content, and we talked about the footer. So what is next? When you're going to sell physical products, you need to have shipping calculations, or everything should be free, or you can create shipping calculations based on the weight, on the size, on the total amount people spend. So let me show you how to configure and create shipping calculations so everything will run on autopilot and you can sit on the beach while people order things on your website and everything will be handled. The only thing you need to do, by the way, is when there is an incoming order, you need to make sure it's shipped. But you can hire someone for that and then you can still lie on the beach with a cocktail and a laptop. I never get that picture with people on the beach on a laptop, because when you're on the beach, should you not be enjoying the beach instead of being on a laptop? Because then you're still working while on the beach and I don't understand it. Can you explain it to me, please? I'm gonna leave this in the video. Anyway, so let's talk about shipping. So when I go to the online store, I view the store, I go for a jacket. Let's see, 49. I add it to the cart. I click over here, I go to the checkout. And now it says over here, I need to enter my shipping address before I see any information about shipping. So I will fill in my address. There you go. And now I see the shipping is $8. And there are two options. Standard shipping ships the next business day, or express also ships the next business day. That's more expensive. So how does it work? By default, something is already calculated. How can we adjust it? And how does it work when you send something to a different country? Let me show you. Over here, I go to settings. Then I go to shipping and delivery. And then there is a general profile over here with two zones. Before I take a look at that, if you have a local shop or you have a local area where people can pick up their products, you can turn this on. Then you need to fill in a location over here. Let me go back to shipping and delivery, or pick up in a store. You can also turn that on. Okay. Then talking about that general profile. By default, there are already some settings because over here I see there are shipping costs. So if I click over here on the general profile, I see all the zones. So the shipping zone is domestic in the United States and international to the United Arab Emirates, Austria, Australia. So what I will do, I will remove this one. So now there are only shipping calculations in the United States. So what you see, when you order something that's below $70, then you pay $8 shipping cost. If it's above $70, it becomes free because we want to encourage people to buy more things on our website. And when you want to go for express shipping, you pay $15. Doesn't matter for how much you are buying things in our store. So right now it's $8. If I would go back and I say, you know what, I will buy two. Now it's above $70. So if I go to the checkout, it should be free. And it is. Unless I say, I want to have express checkout. Then it's $15. So there needs to be a distinction over here. Otherwise, I would definitely go for free. So let me go to standard, click over here, edit shipping option. And then the transit time, I say it's 3 to 5 business days. Done. Now, if I go to express, I say the transit time is 1 or 2 business days. So you get it faster. And that's why people pay the extra $15 or the extra $7, depending on how much they have in their cart. I can add another shipping option based on a flat rate, based on a carrier or app calculated, based on the order amount, that's what I prefer, or based on the weight. So with every product, you can add a weight, and then based on the total weight, the shipping costs can be created. Well, I prefer to work with the total amount people want to spend on my website. But how does it work when people want to buy something in a different country? Well, I can add a shipping zone by clicking over here, add a zone, and then I can search. Why? Because I already included the United States, and right now there are no other areas where we can sell to. We need to set it up first in markets. So over here, add more countries or regions in markets. I click on it. And what you'll see is that we only can sell in the United States right now. I can create a new international market. And right now it includes more than 24 countries. Click over here and I uncheck everything. So check it twice. So now I search for Canada and I select it. Done. So now it's only Canada and I can dynamically change the currency to Canadian dollars. You can get rid of that. Just stay with normal dollars, United States dollars. But I go for the switch, the dynamic currency switcher. That's how I call it. Save it. Now I can close this. I can click on cancel. Let me save it over here. I refresh the page. And now I can add a zone and I select Canada, all 13 provinces. Hard to say for me, provinces. Now I need to add shipping options because right now there's nothing. So if I would say I'm from Canada, nothing will happen. So we need to set it up. Let me show you how to do it manually. I add a shipping option. I can call this one UPS. And I can have a flat rate of $18 when you ship things to Canada. So I can say it's always 3 to 5 business days. But when people buy for more than $199.99, then I offer free shipping. So now, ladies and gentlemen, let me switch this to, let me refresh the page. Now I can select Canada. I can enter an address. Now it says $26, but this is Canadian dollars. That's why it's transferred and it's rounded up, because if I go back over here and I go to markets and I click on Canada, over here we said that price should be rounded. So here you see the live rate preview and it will be rounded to this number. But I said if I buy for more than 200 United States dollars, then the shipping should be free. So if I click over here and I add a few more, let's add 2 more, then I spend more than 200 United States dollars. Now if I go to the checkout, it's free. So that is the way to cookie crumbles when it comes to shipping. My favorite subject when the whole e-commerce thing is taxes. And I don't mean the state taxes. I mean taxes, paying money to the government, money that you worked for, sharing it with the government so they can fix the streets and stuff. Or do you pay separate taxes for that? Street taxes, I don't know. But let's talk about taxes. And unfortunately, Shopify helps you with calculating taxes. Let's go to settings, to taxes and duties. And what we over here see is Shopify tax services. That means that Shopify can calculate the taxes for every country, every state, based on those specific regulations of that area. So I turned it on, I keep it active. It's a free service that's included within Shopify. And what you also can do, you can scroll down and then take a look over here if you want to charge sales on shipping. And also that will be automatically calculated for countries like Canada, the European Union, and the United States. And the question is, do you want to charge a VAT on digital goods? Well, in the United States, as far as I know, it's not necessary, so I check that off. What you also can do is hire a taxes specialist that can help you to set things up if you're also selling to other countries. Right now, we make use of a temporary domain, a subdomain from myshopify.com. That does look ugly. So let me show you how to get your own domain. You can buy it through Shopify, but you can also make use of an external domain. I prefer an external domain because then it's easier to set up email accounts and stuff. So let me show you how to get a custom domain through Shopify. And after that, I will show you how to get an external domain through a different web hosting provider. When I go to our store and I click on View Store, this is the current address of our website. And I want to change that to a real domain, not a My Shopify domain. In order to do that, I go to Settings, to Domains. We can connect an existing domain. So if you already have the domain, you can connect it, or you can buy a new domain. I click on it. Right now it's searching for novarofashion.com. It's not available. So let's see. There you go. So I can say Novaro-fashion or Novaro USA. Let me click on search. It's available. I can click on buy. I fill in my information over here. And then I click on buy domain. Okay, your payment is processing. This should only take a few seconds of your super valuable life. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I will show you how to connect an external domain from SiteGround, in this case, to Shopify. And with this, what I like about this is that you also can create an email account at SiteGround and then use that for email marketing, which we're definitely going to talk about later and in a separate tutorial. So let me show you how to link an external domain towards your Shopify web shop. What we also can do, we can use an external domain. So I go to Settings, to Domains, Connect Existing Domain, and then I search for novarostyle.com. Click on Next. Then I need to set it up at SiteGround because that's where I got the domain. And I need to fill in these records. Type A and update to this. So what I will do at SiteGround, I go to Domain, DNS Zone Editor. I add a new one. Let me see, A. So I go for A. And I paste the IP address. A record is created. Then I go for the CNAME. Get this value back. CNAME www resolves to Shopify. Create. So it says now DNS records are pointing to Shopify. Domain is live in all regions globally. And it takes 5 minutes before the TLS certificate. And now a few minutes later, it says TLS certificate provision for secure connection. So now if I would go to this website, yes, it's working. It's safe. So this is amazing. Now our website is on a domain name. Really important subject is using payment methods. You can let people pay with PayPal, with Ideal, with Klarna, with credit card. Let me show you how you can set it up. If I go to the website and I buy this shirt, I go to shirts, I buy this one, should be buy it now. I go directly to the checkout and there is no payment method. So what I need to do, I need to go to Settings, to Payments, and I can activate the Shopify payments, but I can also activate PayPal. I can add other payment methods. So if it's not over here, click on Add Payment Method, search for something. So if I search for PayPal, there it is, or credit, I can add multiple credit cards. I would go to Payments and activate PayPal. Connect the account. I click on Activate. I log in. Shopify wants permission to link it with PayPal. I agree. And now it says you can get paid on Shopify with PayPal. Let's go back to Shopify. So now, ladies and gentlemen, when I refresh the page, I can pay with PayPal. You'll be redirected to PayPal to complete your purchase. Pay with PayPal. Super cool. Express payout, that's even faster. So if I go back over here to payments, I see this one is active. So that's nice. I can add multiple payment methods. So if I click over here, I can go for a custom bank deposit, cash on delivery. And if I would turn that on, you pay cash on delivery. You get the products as soon as you have paid. Activate cash on delivery. It's now activated. So if I go to the checkout and I refresh the page, there is another option. Cash on delivery. And now it says complete order. If I go back to PayPal, it says pay with PayPal. So that automatically changes. If you add more payment methods, they will be added over here. And I think it all looks really nice. So let's talk about payments. And we're going to make use of Shopify payments. And that makes it really easy for visitors to pay on your website. So I click on complete account setup. There we go. I am a registered business. If it's something else, you can fill it in over here. I am a single member LLC. Next. So I need to fill in a lot of information over here. Let me do that. So that's my last file. So I have all the documents. I click on submit for verification. So it's now pending a resolution. So I will be back with you when I get accepted, even though I'm already accepted in the beloved. It is 2 hours later. Let me refresh the page. Look at this. Now I can pay with Shop, PayPal, Google Pay. And if I scroll down, look at this. I can pay with credit card, PayPal, cash on delivery. Thanks to Shopify payments. I think it's beautifully displayed, and now people can pay through multiple ways, and I can receive money and then send the products to the right address. A few more things I want to mention. If I go to online store and I go to view store, I see my fave icon over here. I also want to see that over here. In order to get that, we need to go to the totally opposite way over here, settings. And then I can click on the icon or the text NF. And I can upload my own fave icon or icon. Add files. It's in the same folder on my desktop. Let me see, resources, number 6. And then Navarro fave icon. Done. Save it. There you go. If I go to the website, in an incognito window, it says I cannot access the website unless I have a password. So if I want to make the website live, over here I go to Shopify, to online store, and then it says it's password protected. I click on remove password. Now the store is open to anyone. So if I open this in an incognito window, there you go. Everybody can see this. So how does that work with incoming orders? If you get an order, what will happen? Do you get an email, and how should you handle that? And what kind of email should go back to the client when the product will be delivered? Let's talk about that. So in order to test the whole process, I go to settings, payments, then I go to Shopify payments, manage. I scroll all the way down and I say test mode, turn it on. So now we can place test orders. I go to Shopify, to the online store. I open it in an incognito window. Then I scroll down and I want to go for this jeans. I add it to the cart. I can go to the cart, check out. Let me fill in some details. Standard shipping address. I go for cash on delivery. And I click on complete order. There you go. It says, thank you, Walter. Your order is confirmed. Download to track with shop so I can see when my product will arrive. This is where it will be handled. The payment method, where it should be shipped to. So let's see what kind of email I get as a customer. It says Novero Fashion order confirmed. Here's my order with the order summary, where it should be shipped to. So this is what I get as a customer. I can view the order online. I can download this tool to track my purchase with Shop. And if I go to my account as a website owner, I get this Walter White placed an order on this date, on this time. This is the product he bought, and it should be sent to this address. The shipping cost is included. This is paid. This will go to my bank account. I said to Shopify that it should be sent daily. Although, you know, this is a test purchase, so it will not really happen. But if it's live, then that will happen. I can click over here to view the order. So this is really important. The payment is pending because it will be paid on delivery, because I said I want to pay on delivery. If it would be paid with Ideal or with credit card or PayPal, it would say over here that the payment was completed and that the order is unfulfilled. That means I need to make sure that this product will go to the right address. I even can create a shipping label, print it, paste it on the package and send it to UPS or whatever carrier you are using. And then when I've done that, I can click over here, say it's in progress, it's on hold, or it is fulfilled. So if I click over here, I can send the tracking number and the shipping carrier. And if I click on mark as fulfilled, a message will be sent to the customer. So let's do that. I send it with UPS, send a notification to the customer, and then I click on mark as fulfilled. And if I want to, I can send an invoice to the customer, review the invoice. I can send it. If I receive the payment, I say over here, mark as paid. It was paid with cash on delivery. And now everything is paid, fulfilled, and archived. If somehow the person doesn't like the products and he or she sends it back, I can give a refund by clicking here. I can select what should be refunded. And then I can decide if I pay the shipping cost or not. So if I select it, the whole amount will be refunded. I click over here and then it will be refunded. And then the reason is it did not fit. Too much pizza in the last few weeks. And then I click over here. It will be refunded with the reason. And if you take a look over here, in the meantime, I got a message about the shipment. Your order is on the way. And the latest email was the invoice. That's seen over here. If I want to change one of these emails, how it is displayed or the information that is there, then I go to Shopify, to settings. I leave this page. Then I go to notifications. I see a whole list of notifications, customer notifications. I go for the order confirmation. I can send a test email. Then I can click on edit code. We're getting your order ready to be shipped. So I can search for this, Command C. I can Command F, Control F, search for this text. We're getting your order ready to be shipped. Okay, so let's get this sentence. Paste over here. Then I can paste it over here. And then I say, your order has been shipped. So I can say replace all. And when I do that, it says your order has been shipped. Then I can save it over here. And if somehow I mess things up, I can revert things to the previous version. But right now, it says your order has been shipped. We'll notify you when it's sent. So that's not right. So if I say, you know what, bring it back to the last one and save it. And I click on preview. Now it's back to the last one. So that's how you can work with incoming emails and with handling orders. A really important aspect of a successful e-commerce website is email marketing. The great thing is you can offer discount and people want to have discount. And when you offer them discount, you get their email address, and with that email address, you can create a whole automation which can help you to get more sales from your website. Well, there's a tool called Omnisend, and it can help you to increase the revenue of your website using email marketing. And you can see exactly how much of the revenue comes from Shopify and how much of the revenue comes from Omnisend. So let me show you how you can follow that tutorial so you learn step by step how to increase the sales of your website. In order to follow that tutorial, go to ferdy.com, hit enter, click on search and search for Shopify. Hit enter. Then you see this Shopify tutorial, the one you are watching right now, probably with a different thumbnail. And then over here, I will place the tutorial on how to work with Shopify and Omnisend. That's it. So ladies and gentlemen, that was it. I hope you have a beautiful shop up and running and you can start to sell products. The great thing is with the $3 for 3 months plan, you don't have to spend a lot of money in order to become successful with Shopify. And if it doesn't work, you can cancel anytime and you only spend a maximum of $3. What I hope for you is that in the first 90 days, you make a lot of sales so you can, after the 3 months, start to pay the regular amount, and that is worth every single dollar because you make more out of it. So I think it's a really nice deal. Shopify is really confident in their product because that's why they give that plan. They only make $3 and they pay probably money for storing your website somewhere. So long story short, good luck with your website. I hope you make a lot of sales. Feel free to watch the tutorial about Omnisend. You can watch it over here or over here. I'm not sure. You can subscribe for more upcoming tutorials on how to make websites with WordPress, Shopify, Ecommerce, AI, all that stuff, everything that's new. And then I wish you the best of luck in everything you do. God bless you. He loves you. And bye-bye.